Hey guys, welcome back to another StarCraft 2 weekend. Of course, we are going to be continuing our game between VortiX and Stephano, as I did cover the first game, I do believe, just some time back. So this is going to be the second one between these two players. And all of you don't need any introductions. This map is Daybreak. On the top right side, we do have Stephano as the white circle player, and on the bottom left, we do have VortiX as also the white circle player. Now, purple, sorry, circle player. This, of course, is still the France Cup, so StarCraft 2 France Cup, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see. It did happen, I do believe, some time back, so let's anyways speed up the game and take a look at what these players are going to be deciding to do. Of course, we do have both overlords streaming across the map with both players. Finally, VortiX did go actually with the actual baiting pool first, and Stephano did go for the hatchery first, so it's pretty interesting to see. Now, will he, since he did scout that out, is he going to go on the aggression? Yes, he is. He already started producing 2 Zerglings, so he might be sending those 2 Zerglings across to harass, but here they do go across to start the harass. Of course, second hatchery did come online. Here come the 2 Zerglings. They are going to be moving across the map just to start off that initial harass. Stephano, of course, is going up with, of course, 2 Zerglings as well, so he's going to pretty much be able to counteract this moving the drone across. So that pretty much very nice micro by Stephano prevents that actual drone from dying, so very nice. Of course, these 2 Zerglings are going to be running back towards VortiX's base, and VortiX is busying up. Both players are getting that metabolic boost online, so far so good by both players. Well, we're going to have Baiting List. Yeah, we are going to have Baiting List for both players as well. Stephano a little bit ahead in terms of the actual bailing list, and of course that small little harass was mopped up by that queen, so nothing really special happening. A lot of Zerglings moving across the map now. We do have 2 and 2 more, so we do see VortiX coming on now towards Stephano. He's going to be a little bit more aggressive. A couple of bailings moving down here, and a little bit of harass up there as well. So finally here they come. Is he going to be moving in, or is he going to be checking out the 3rd position? I think he's going to be moving in. We do have a couple of morphing in bailings are coming in, and here comes the Spine Caller. Drones are still not really being pulled off the line. He did split up the actual team into 2, and now he's going to move it into the production line. Drones being pulled off the line. Stephano still very nice macro. 1 bailing pops, very nice. Did manage to take out the majority of the actual Zerglings, and that's pretty much it for VortiX's aggression. So this pretty much halts there, and we do have the 3rd hatchery. I do believe, no, he is upgrading it to the hive, no, lair upgrade we do have coming online. So far so good between both players. It's pretty funny that the drones for both players are overlords for both players are in at the same position, so that's pretty ironic. Of course, they are keeping a tab on the actual movements of each other, so far so good for that. We do have, of course, an upgrade again for Stephano. It is upgrading, so it is morphing, and hatchery again as well. Do we have evolution chambers coming online? So we should have the 1-1 upgrades, I do believe. So, or he also used this as well. So is it coming on? Yeah, we do have finally the attack level 1 for Stephano. A little bit ahead in terms of the upgrades, and VortiX did decide to switch for. Yeah, even Stephano said it. I like our overlord spread, so it's pretty nice. And VortiX did actually decide. He is actually going in for that overseer, sorry. So is he going to be able to drop it? No, unfortunately he doesn't manage to drop it, but VortiX did manage to go for the Spire. I did see the Spire in the production tab, so where exactly did he decide to put it though? Let's take a look at, I think this is it. Yeah, we do have the Spire, so a couple of Mutalisks in play. 3rd hatchery again is down for VortiX. Does Stephano see this? Yes, Stephano does see that the 3rd hatchery is online, so he did of course go for that 3rd hatchery as well. Zergling is moving back, and I do believe he should pretty much close this off, because very nice movements by Stephano. He should close this off. I don't know why he kept this position open. This could be a very nice sneak in by VortiX in case he does decide to move down. So far nothing really happening. Of course, Stephano grouping up all his Zerglings and bailings, 2 bailings, and that 1 Spine Caller. Do we have a Spore Caller as well to prevent that Overseer hopefully coming by, and any Overlords scouting? So that's pretty much it. Very nice overlord spread. Here are the Mutalisks in play as we predicted, so they are going to be moving forward now. I do believe they're going to go for the actual main base, so pretty much we do have Spalcaller here, of course, so Stephano does know, or does feel that something like this might be coming, so he is pretty much ready for this. But the question is, how many will he be able to lose? So we do have a lot of upgrades for these Mutalisks coming on play, so Though we do have the ground upgrades, he did leave the Mutalisks without the upgrades, but StarCraft is still going for his actual ground upgrades, and we do have, of course, the Infestors, 6 Infestors on in place, so this should pretty much be very, very good in case if he does get those Infestors out nice and early and does manage to get that energy up. He should place a couple of Fungals down, which should pretty much mop up these Mutalisks, so this will prevent this early on harassment by, you can say, VortiX. So one Mutalisk, of course, coming in to scout it out, and you do have the Queens pretty much just trying to pop it down, but he is just using that one Mutalisk to scout out what he has here, just to be sure, so he doesn't lose. It doesn't give away, of course, how many Mutalisks he does have into play, but we shall see if it shall prove to be useful, or those resources that he did assign to this. So finally those Mutalisks did take out the one Zergling at the actual Solnaga Tower. We do have a lot of Zerglings here. He is putting up a wall off, I do believe, a spine crawler wall off here. So he did sort of guarantee the actual safety of at least the two main bases. So really he does need to just send the reinforcements to his third base, since there pretty much isn't any way through here. A lot of Mutalisks into play, I do believe. Yes, StarCraft did manage to spot, of course, all those Mutalisks, so he's going to be placing down, of course, more Spall cards on his third base as well. And so far 1-1 upgrades nearly finished for VortiX, and we do have the 1 upgrades, of course, for StarCraft, and 14 roaches into play for StarCraft, while VortiX is going to have his Infestors finished as well. So very, very interesting play between both players. Finally, we do have that hatchery, 4th hatchery being placed down by StarCraft. One Zergling, of course, moving into scout, so hopefully it should be mopped up. Is he going to produce a little bit of harass? Yeah, he is. Queen pops him off, and that's the end of that. We do have that hatchery again. We do have, I do believe this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th hatchery, just going to be used for producing those drones and for the larvae. So all the roaches are being moved in the center of the map, of course, to defend this actual hatchery before it pops. We do need that crete to make it really, really effective for the Zergling. So he's going to wait for that to pop before he moves out. I do believe he's going to keep it defended nicely. So far, if we do look at the production tab, we do have Hydralisks coming into play for StarCraft as well, while VortiX is going for the Infestor, a little bit of Baling Zerglings, and a majority of Mutalisks. So he's going more for that air attack. Overlords here, just throwing down the Crete as much as possible, so hopefully it's going to get connected. Does need one Creep Tumor here, maybe connect both the bases, that would be very nice, increasing the actual speed between all the bases and the movement. So 13 Hydralisks into play for StarCraft. He's really going all out now in terms of production and army production here, so we do have a lot of placements here. So Hydralisks finally did pop, and they're going to be moving down. Let's speed it up just a bit. Nothing so far is happening. We do have, of course, these Mutalisks just moving around, scanning. A nice burrowed, I do believe, are these Infestors? Yeah, burrowed Infestors are probably going to pop up on that base and throw a couple of Fungals down, so we're going to keep an eye out on them as well while these Mutalisks move around. And as expected, are these burrowed Infestors, are they going to be moving forward? That's the question. I'm not sure if they are. So far it doesn't seem so. So he did move to the center of the map, and he did finally spot it. So will finally the collision happen? We do have, of course, a couple of Ultralisks as well into play by VortiX. So far the upgrades in a way are pretty much equal on both players. We do have 3 to 1, and we do have 3 to 1. He knows this is coming, so he's throwing down a couple of infested Terrans as he does perceive that the push is coming in. Very, very, very good by StarCraft, as he does, of course, have it. And a 2-fronted push by VortiX. VortiX is, of course, moving on right to both the fronts. Fungal, very nice fungal placement by StarCraft. That should pretty much mop up the rest of these units. A lot of infested Terrans being thrown down, and StarCraft, of course, moving in now finally with his main actual army, and he should hopefully try to take out these infested Terrans, if not move back and try to recounter that. Too many infested Terrans for StarCraft to be able to mop up. He should maybe move back and let the infested Terrans just drop out. It's really a lot of waste of resources from trying to mop them up, especially since the infested Terrans were placed in such a position that they really couldn't do any other damage, and they're so slow, so they couldn't even move up to the hatchery. So maybe a little miss micro by StarCraft maybe moving a little bit down. I'll let those infested Terrans just drop out and then move forward. That would have cut down the losses just a little bit. But anyways, both cases StarCraft did manage to deal with that very nicely. Let's take a look at the units lost. We do have 140 to 55 resources for overload drops, of course, with those Hydralisks in play. And we do have a lot of resources lost in terms of VortiX. So really that, you can say, fight didn't go down very well for VortiX. And we do have 14 30 Zerglings and 3 Ultralysses into play, and this should pretty much be mopped up by Stephano. I do believe he does have strategic advantage here, so he did pretty much surround. Very nice concave, and he did pretty much surround, and he's going to be pushing it forward. VortiX didn't really concentrate. This hatchery was going to drop if not cancelled. Again, it did get dropped. Unfortunately, VortiX wasn't paying attention. He could have cancelled that and saved a few resources there. Another wall happening here. He should maybe move back and go for it, because there's no way he can go up against this many roaches. And they are moving forward, and finally those spine calls into play. Stephano knows that that's no way he can move forward without having a lot of losses there, so he's going to be retreating. He's going to be moving up to the top part. Is he actually going to move forward? Now he's going to move down. A lot of infested Terrans are going to be thrown down, and hopefully they're going to hatch right in time, and that should pretty much mop up, forcing VortiX to retreat. VortiX, of course, is going to be retreating towards his base. He's trying to surround it with his Zerglings. Very nice surround, and that's pretty much it. And that is the end of VortiX's army, and Stephano again, 10 more roaches into play. Another hatchery is starting to expand on the bottom right side of the map, and that's pretty much it for VortiX. I don't believe this is looking up. We do have the supply maxed out for Stephano, and these infested Terrans are pretty much going to drop out, and that's it for Stephano. Look at the amount of roaches he does have, even in secondary balls. So I don't believe that VortiX really, he could have called it a GG. This is pretty much ended. It's really all in the hands of Stephano now. Stephano just needs to say when he's going to be pushing forward, and at the moment Stephano does push forward, that's pretty much it for VortiX. So is the push going to be coming finally now or not? The longer he waits, the more, of course, VortiX can build up. He recancelled, of course, that hatchery again. So thanks God he caught it off this time, and there's nothing really much VortiX can do. He's pretty much, let's say, sealed off in his base. Finally, he pushes coming, going for those spine callers, a couple of roaches as well, and a little bit of backup by VortiX, hopefully trying to keep those spine callers alive as much as possible. And one of those spine callers falls, and that's pretty much it for the smaller than harass. And that was, I do believe, the decoy. We do have a lot of infested Terrans being thrown down here. You can even move back and let the infested Terrans mop up the rest of the spine callers. So this is pretty much it. And VortiX, of course, a little bit nervous. More infested Terrans being thrown down by Stephano. And VortiX, of course, supply block now. Can't really do anything except going for an all-out push. And this is pretty much it. Very nice final placement by VortiX. A little bit too late, though. It was on the infested Terrans. Not really the main bio ball of the actual Stephano. So still infested Terrans throwing down, and that's it. VortiX calls it a GG, and this is it for the second game between these two players. And as always, happy gaming, and see you guys in game 3. Bye.